Today's topic is theories of evolution, or you can say biological evolution. The first subtopic in today's video is Lamarck's theory of evolution, which is also known as Lamarckism. Now, what do you mean by Lamarckism? According to Lamarck, evolution of life forms occurred due to the use and disuse of organs. For example, giraffe. Giraffes, they initially did not have long necks, but in the course of time, due to excess of leaf on tall trees, they had to adapt by changing their necks. By this passing time, they have acquired the characteristics to succeed the new generation having long necks. But this theory is no more accepted. Today's second subtopic is Darwinian theory of evolution. As you all know that Charles Darwin he made a sea voyage. During his sea voyage around the world in his ship HMS Beagle, he has observed some of the thing and he has concluded the following. He said that there are varying degrees of similarities that can be observed between existing life form of organisms and those that have existed million of years ago. So from here what do we understand? That there are some similarities of features between the organisms of the past and that of those organisms in the present. Secondly, he said that there is a gradual evolution of life forms with new forms arising at different period of history. So at the period of history, during the different period of history, new forms has always arisen because of gradual evolution. He also explained the survival of the fittest. Here he says the characteristics which enable some population or individuals to survive better in the natural conditions like climate, food, physical factors, they would outbreed the others. That means those organisms that are capable enough to survive in the changing condition of the environment like climate, food, physical factors, they will outbreed, they will breed more and more and will survive on this earth, and that is what we know as survival of the fittest. He also said that those population which are better fit, reproductively fit to the environment, they will be selected by the nature and will survive more. So which is also known as natural selection. So nature will select those organisms that are reproductively fit for the environment and they will survive thereafter. So here adaptability is inherited and fitness is the end result of ability to adapt and get selected by the nature. So the adaptability in an organism is always inherited from its previous ancestors, and fitness of the organism does not depend upon the inheritance, but it is the end result of the ability to adapt, how the organism is adapting to that particular environment. So here the key concept of Darwinian theory are two. One is branching descendant, which I already mentioned in my adaptive radiation video. So branching descendant is adaptive radiation and another is natural selection. So here we are going to discuss about natural selection with the help of two examples. Let's have a look. So the example for natural selection, industrial melanism, which is very important. Now in England, before industrialization, there were white-winged moths. Now they were more in number than the dark-winged moth because there was no pollution, no smoke, no soot. So these white-winged moths could have better adapted to camouflage with the white bark of the trees. Now but the industrialization took place. After industrialization, the dark-winged moth become more in number than the white-winged moth. Now the question arises why this happened. This is because during industrialization, the tree trunks were covered by white lichens that became dark due to the deposition of the dust and coal particles, and as a result the white-winged moth could be easily spotted and picked up by the predators from the dark background that they were surviving on, and dark with mold, they could have easily camouflaged and they thus survived. The next example is chemical resistance. Now we can see nowadays we use lot of pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, fungicides to protect our crop from various type of pathogens, insects, fungus. So excessive use of these herbicides or pesticides, they has resulted in evolution of resistant variety of microbes in much lesser time scale. You can even apply this to your daily life. You can see mosquitoes, they are resistant to any type of spray, any type of drugs, any type of insecticides that we are applying these days. So as a result, pathogens, bacteria, whatever we are talking about here, they're appearing to be very in a very short time they are appearing again and again. Finally, the third theory of biological evolution, that is mutation theory of evolution. This theory was put forward by Hugo de Vries. He has put forward this theory based on his work on evening primrose. According to him, evolution is caused by sudden large differences in the population, that is, mutation, and not the minor variations as Darwin has explained. So, here we have already seen Darwin has explained about gradual change, but here Hugo de Vries he explains about mutation in a very random phase, that is in one step, and that is called saltation. So saltation is a single step large mutation, and this cause speciation. Now mutation are random, they are directionless, in contrast to small directional variation that was put forward by Darwin. So, my dear students, hope you understood the topic of theories of evolution which were put forward by Lamarck, Charles Darwin, and thereafter Hugo de Vries. Each of these scientists had explained their views in various ways that I have tried to explain here. Hope you understood the topic and liked the content of the video. Thanks for watching.